In college and in high school, I had toured the art museums of Buffalo, New York City, Philadelphia, and Chicago. And so to begin a 20-day adventure in Europe with another art museum was not terribly inspiring, especially after the plane ride over, no sleep, and a 2-hour tour in a canal boat of Amsterdam. But off to the Rijksmuseum we were to go to see Rembrandt. Now, I had seen Rembrandt's. Okay, let's be honest. It was on the box of cigars that my uncle had, Dutch Masters. But what was the big deal? He was just another painter. But the tour said that's where we were to go, and so we went. I remember entering the room where the night watch was hung. I was not prepared. It filled one wall of the room. It was immense. The colors, the figures, the shapes. It was shattering to me. It took my breath away. I didn't know what was happening. I saw, for the first time, a different world. It was my good fortune over the course of the next 20 days to make the acquaintance of an art student also on the tour. And she introduced me to that world that I had just seen, of masterpieces beyond imagination, not the least of which was to view the David, Michelangelo's masterpiece in Florence. And again, my breath was sucked away. And it was probably then that I began to seriously think about sculpturing. Years later, it would be Frances who would teach me how to draw, but even more so, teach me how to see not just art, but the world as art. It transformed my vision, my ability to see things in people, things that others perhaps might see as broken or ugly, now had a beauty of their own. I saw anew because of those people who came into my life. One of those characters is John the Baptist of gospel fame. He shows up on the scene in outlandish dress, but if you read the Old Testament, you realize, it's a prophet. That's why he looks the way he does. And he brings a message of anticipation, to begin to see the world not as stuck, but as God beginning to do a new thing. He heralds the birth of the coming Messiah in an age of shalom. He also sees those who have come just for the spectacle and calls them out, "O you brood of vipers." For the invitation is to see the world differently, in excitement, in anticipation, and in expectation of what God is doing. It's what this season of Advent is all about, an expectation that even in the midst of all that is wrong with the world, God is messing in the midst of it, stirring things up in new and exciting ways, and inviting us to see differently, to see creatively, excitedly, in anticipation and expectation. Perhaps no one taught me that better than my great Aunt Flora, who lived to the ripe age of 101. She had seen things. Hers was not a pleasant life, but her morning prayer was the same every day of that life. Oh God, what adventure are we going to get into today? She was one like John who saw. May we see this Advent season in the days to come differently, with new hope and new joy and new expectation.